This was the fighter jet modification so dangerous, the Pentagon tried to erase it from history. In 2011, a small team of Israeli engineers walked into an American defense meeting with an idea so bold, so radical, that it made top U.S. officials furious. They were told no, absolutely forbidden. But Israel did it anyway. And what followed changed modern warfare forever. Iranian generals were stunned. Russian defense scientists went silent. Even America had to admit Israel had done the impossible. This is the untold story of the forbidden F-35 upgrade, the one that broke every rule, terrified its creators, and proved that innovation can't be contained by politics. It began with a problem that seemed unsolvable. Iran's nuclear sites were deep inside its borders, 1,500 kilometers away from Israel. The standard F-35 couldn't make that trip and return. Its range? Barely 1,100 kilometers. That meant one thing: aerial refueling. But refueling tankers are slow, vulnerable, and easy targets for Iranian missiles. Every Western military analyst said the same thing. Reaching Iran is impossible without tankers. Israel's response? Then we'll make the impossible possible. American engineers laughed, but Israel wasn't joking. They wanted to rebuild the world's most classified fighter jet, the F-35 Lightning II, from the inside out. Their plan? Replace its American electronic warfare systems with Israeli technology, redesigned its fuel capacity, and weaponize it for missions no other Air Force dared attempt. To the Pentagon, that was heresy. A senior official declared, "Such modifications are prohibited. End of discussion." But for Israel, the discussion was just beginning. The Israelis had leverage no one else had. Back in 2003, they'd signed a special participation deal in the F-35 program, a $20 million agreement that quietly gave them deeper access to the aircraft's design. It made Israel not just a customer, but a partner. So when the U.S. said no, they reminded them, "We face threats you don't. We fight wars you can't imagine. This isn't about prestige, it's about survival." Months of heated negotiation followed, and in July 2011, history shifted. For the first time, the Pentagon agreed to something it had never done before. It allowed a foreign nation to rewrite parts of the F-35, but under one condition: America would supervise every line of code, every circuit, every test. Israel accepted. The green light was given. By 2012, Lockheed Martin engineers were working side by side with Israeli specialists from Elbit Systems and Israel Aerospace Industries. The mission transformed the world's most secret aircraft into something even the Pentagon didn't fully understand. The first breakthrough came with electronics. The US-built BAE system suite was removed and replaced with Israel's own digital brain, a modular electronic warfare system capable of jamming, deceiving, and destroying enemy defenses in ways no one had seen before. This new system could detect radar signals hundreds of kilometers away, adapt in real time, and counter advanced Russian S-300 and S-400 missile systems. It didn't just blind enemy radars, it learned from them. What Israel created wasn't just stealth, it was digital invisibility. But the real miracle came from the fuel system. Every American designer said the same thing: you can't expand range without killing stealth. Israel refused to accept that. Engineers designed jettisonable external tanks, 425-gallon drop tanks that detached mid-air, restoring full stealth once released. Then came the crown jewel: conformal fuel tanks, molded into the fuselage itself, coated with radar-absorbent material invisible to sensors.
It shouldn't have worked, but it did. Not only did the aircraft stay stealthy, it actually became more aerodynamic. For the first time in aviation history, a stealth jet could fly intercontinental distances without sacrificing its invisibility. By 2019, design studies were complete. By 2021, Israel's F-35 Adir had evolved into something entirely new, a stealth jet with plug-and-play computer architecture. It could integrate new weapons or sensors instantly without U.S. approval. That meant Israel could load Python 5 missiles, Spice precision bombs, or classified weapons designed for regional threats without waiting for American bureaucracy. To the Pentagon, this was terrifying. A foreign ally now had more adaptable F-35s than the United States itself. Then came the moment that proved everything. May 2018, Israeli F-35Is went into combat over Syria. Targets destroyed, no losses. Not a single radar saw them coming. Photos soon surfaced, F-35s flying over Beirut in broad daylight. Iranian, Syrian, and Russian radars completely blind. Iran's generals were stunned. Their billion-dollar air defense network had failed. The impossible had just become reality. By 2022, Israel made an announcement that stunned the world. Their F-35I fleet could now strike any target in Iran without refueling. The forbidden modification had doubled the aircraft's range while keeping it invisible. Then in 2025, Operation Rising Lion, Israeli F-35Is flew deep into Iranian airspace, 1,500 kilometers, striking multiple high-value targets and returning safely. No tankers, no losses. Iran claimed to have shot them down. Satellite images proved otherwise. The forbidden upgrade had worked perfectly. The same U.S. officials who once banned the modifications were now taking notes. By 2026, the U.S. Air Force requested hundreds of millions of dollars to replicate Israel's forbidden systems for its own F-35 fleet. The innovation that was once labeled dangerous was now officially essential. Israel's success transformed everything. Other countries demanded similar autonomy. Lockheed Martin began sourcing billions in parts from Israeli companies. Elbit Systems helmet displays became standard for pilots worldwide. The F-35I had become more than a fighter. It was proof that when nations are allowed to innovate freely, boundaries vanish. Today, Israel's fleet stands as one of the most combat-proven in the world. 15,000 hours flown, 0 losses, an 85% readiness rate, higher than even the U.S. Air Force. Every one of those aircraft tells the same story, that sometimes breaking the rules is the only way to make history. The forbidden F-35 upgrade didn't just change a jet, it changed the balance of power in the Middle East. It redefined how nations design weapons. And it proved that the future of warfare belongs not to the biggest militaries, but to the boldest minds. Israel's engineers risked everything to rewrite the limits of technology. And in doing so, they built a weapon that even America once feared. Because innovation doesn't wait for permission. It takes flight. Thanks for watching. If this story amazed you, hit that like button, share it, and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of defense technology, where the truth is always more extraordinary than fiction.